We stopping in here to visit with old Jersey boy. Marie always aggravates him. He'll come in and visit and well, let us pet on him some. Until he about had it, he's just like me. When he about had it, it's over and done. He said leave his Jerry curl alone. That old orange and black one right there with his book, right there. She thinks it's a rooster. Of course, I think it's a hen. If we got any husbands on the channel, you know how it is. Well, when you're in a disagreement with your wife over a rooster or hen, well, it's never going. Now, here's Big Fred here. Let's see if he wants to give us a little selfie. Fred, here. Here, Fred, give us a selfie today. Well, they all get their butts from around. I might show them you need to watch this thing. Well, Pantera Proctor, if you happen to catch this one, a shout out to you. I tell you what. If you've been up all night and you watch 2 or 3 of them, it's time for you to go to bed. You come on with me this one time and then turn your TVs off. Let's get after it. Cross the creek. Well, back again with another one, guys. Back again with another one. On this video here, guys, we're gonna catch up on the garden and composting manure that we put out in the last video. And we've had a lot of rain come in, so we've had the ground saturated and we've had that manure spread out perfectly. But I got this on this old feed here. Well, not because I like the Sam company, of course. Old company I worked for when I was old groundskeeper. That's right, pooper scooper. Well, yeah, for minimum wage. Sure did. Made it work though. But I got it on this feed here because, well, that's what I promised you guys we were gonna do in this video. So let's get to some of these animals. We're gonna get them fed up. I'm gonna take you guys around with me. And not all of them, but some of them. And let's catch up. Thanks for watching. And yes, guys, when I say feed everything, I do mean everything. Every now and then we've got to stop in here and feed the corn and such. As you can see, we've got minnows and toughies and that sort of thing in there. Very cold right now this time of year for these guys. Right now, well, I guess when you guys will be seeing this thing on your TV, it'll probably be end of January. So these are guys in that dormant stage. You're not really supposed to be feeding them right now, but I got shiners and toughies and such in there. Well, they've got to live. I've got to fish with those guys, so they've got to eat. That hose that you guys are looking at is extended hose. During this time of year, we like to run a lot of water through the filtration to keep the oxygen up for these guys and help keep those nitrates down. So we normally go with a smaller hose size than that. But with it being cold, of course, and these being pond koi, they're used to the cold, but we'd still like to have that water filtered out and such. I don't really show these guys this time of year because they kind of hang to the bottom and stay where it's warm and all. But I guess since we feed, I guess I might as well stop in and show them to the 2 or 3 subscribers since we got left to still watch these things. Yeah, gotta feed them guys as well. As you guys can see, we tossed a little bit of float catfish feed out here, and they love to come up and chow that stuff down. Catfish make an integral part of any kind of homestead, guys. Used for recreational purposes. You can fish for them, get after it, and of course you can skin them and fry them. Let's move on, guys. This ain't no fishing video. That look like hammerhead. As you tell, this feed here is a little greener in color, and reason being is because Maria sent me out this time, guys, well, with the worm repellent. So I've got to try to trick these guys into eating, and this stuff here is kind of pretty handy. It saves you the time from having to do the, you know, the maintenance style of worming where you're having to catch them up and such and run them down. And instead of doing it that way, well, we keep it as a basis in their feed. We still have to do some other specialty kind of worming and such according to the fecal, but this makes it easier to start. Let's get it thrown over in there. As we mentioned, I've got to catch you guys up on how well this has worked out. That rain's come in and got it saturated and spreading and such, but you know, before I can talk, well, you can hear me well, I've got to feed these loudmouths. I tell you what, if you've been up all night and you watch 2 or 3 of them, it's time for you to go to bed. You come on with me this one time and then turn your TVs off. Let's get after it. Don't act like you's above it. Don't act like you's above it. I know how it is, especially any kind of homesteading or farming. Sometimes you're up late at night. Well, thinking about your very next move you're getting ready to make. Guys, you got to stay ahead of these animals here. Can't let them get ahead of you. We got those guys fed up. Sorry I ain't taking my time and feeding them and such with you guys, but I've got to get on off. Well, because it's starting to rain on me. But like I said, we're here late January, and I guess maybe about 36 degrees and wet out here today. And football game getting ready to kick off and such. And well, to be honest, we're late. Them guys there, those copper morans that we got reproduced last spring, and buffalo just mixed in with them as well. Old Blue Bonnet say, that's the coal miner's daughter there. Old Blue Bonnet say, get that camera off me. I ain't subscribing, you don't pay me enough. Let's get out of here, y'all. She's a little bougie. Well, next group we gotta feed here is the old smaller ones here. We gotta stop in and feed them guys, of course. Well, that's just as Dane as uppity and bougie as the coal miner's daughter over there. Well, these guys are doing well. We're gonna point out something to the Cross Creek family that's happened to check this thing out. That old orange and black one right there with his book, right there. Well, Maria and I, we're in a little disagreement. Well, she thinks it's a rooster, and well, I think it's our hen. She'll argue me all the way up to it lays an egg, and I'll probably argue her all the way up till it crows. But nonetheless, we come in here just to, well, check these guys out, and we got to get on to the next guys. We can't stay very long. I got to watch Joe Burrow try to pull off the upset. Y'all can have all of it. Before we get over to the garden, well, if I can get, let me see if I can get him out my, let's see if I can get him out my trough, because he's interrupting everything. Let's put some right here. We'll put some down here for these guys. Them are my nannies there. Well, we don't really care how much of it he get, because let's be honest, he's headed to the sale barn anyway. Don't act like he was above it. We got a chance to feed those goats out. We used all the worm feed that Maria bought out. And, well, so I mixed some in for these pigs. If I can get off the hind end old collard green there, I might can introduce them to you. Well, that's Big Fred there, the other brown male. And this black one here in front, that's turnip green there. And collard greens right here. Collard greens are ruthless one. Well, she says she'll have anything that dies on the homestead. She says she's all for not wasting, and she believes in bargaining, she says. Well, that's why she says she'll consume any dead chicken, any dead peacock, and hey, if you don't get to it fast enough, she might even start eating on one of them dead ducks if they fall over in here. But when we get done feeding these guys here, well, we got to get to our next collard green going around. We got to get to our next feed there is what I was gonna say. And they big and hairy. You know, Zip Code 33, she's in the other feed bin area there. If she come over here, I might show her the ewes as well. But these guys help our garden as well in a major way. Well, after those chickens go out and do all the pooping they want to do, we send these guys in to turn that ground over and get us ready to plant some good old northern beans in it. Maybe some baked beans, some kidney beans, who knows, jelly beans. Hey, we liable to plant anything. Sweet corn, Americana corn, who knows. But we're definitely big time fruit eaters, guys. We grew some of the best old cucumber melons, boy. But anyway, let me not get myself carried away. Sometimes I get carried away, guys, and I can't help it. I go to rambling on when I start talking about how well I normally grow things here on the homestead. But we're gonna get back over here and finish feeding on some of the others, and we got to get back inside because it seems as if, well, I may have already missed kickoff. I don't know. 351 Cleveland. This is for you. Stick Sport Vision. There's your Buffalo Uptons. They're doing well. We're gonna feed them guys up well. They're getting a little bigger, as you can tell. Is it really a Cross the Creek episode if it don't have not one or two Buffalo Uptons in there? Where's the garbage man? There he is, dead center right there. He's doing well, he's doing well, he's growing. Well, I stopped in this barn area here to feed my old Muscovy ducks, and whoa, they eating that stuff fast, guys. I don't even know if they set their grace yet. We're gonna let these guys out, let them free range a little bit at the start of the spring there, and let them go to doing some mating and such. And this will be the area where they'll come back in to lay their eggs so that they have a nice, safe, protected place to go. But those Muscovy, they are some of the dark genetic bred Muscovy bloodline. They're from the Sarasota, Florida area. We had a guy travel up and sold us these guys, and well, he delivered them for us. He gonna do some mating to make some beautiful, beautiful offspring. Nehemiah, tell the people hello. Nehemiah said he ain't speaking to y'all about nothing. Get out of his eating area, by God. Alright guys, as I was trying to tell you before those animals interrupted my commentary here, we've got this area spread out. We've got to bring in some more manure fertilizer and such in this area there. And these back areas are spread okay. We let the chickens out a time or two and let them do some spreading and such. Everything's turning well. You can tell here, we've dug up some of the shavings here. You can tell here by the different colorations that we got some composting going on in this backside now as well. But just wanted to turn that on for you guys to kind of update you on how it's been looking and how it's going and such. Let's take you guys over to the other area. I'm going to show you where we're going to be bringing some more dirt in to plant some of our potatoes and squash as well. Alright guys, so we got these two beds here that you guys see. I believe that one over there might be a 12 or 10 there, and this one here is dimension smaller than that. But this one here's our composted bed here. This is where we throw all our old pumpkins and tomatoes and such. And well, whatever grows from that we feed to our animals. That's right guys, regenerative. And this one here is where we're going to put all the composted dirt that the chickens have got ready for us. And well, we're going to put our potatoes on top here that we plan on planting. And then after we do that, of course, we're going to bring the dirt in and cover it up. We're also going to sow in a couple rows up down through here of turnips and such. Maybe some old corn rows. But all in all, we're expecting a better turnout this year with this garden. It did well last year, but the garden and the dirt wasn't really as prepared as it'll be this year. We're hoping with us actually being on time this year and getting it ready and getting the seeds in the ground and such on time. Well, we're hoping for a better crop. Well, if we don't, they'll put us out. This area here is where we're gonna get that dirt from and such. The chickens have done a great job with this stuff, guys. They've got it turned into great topsoil. Other than that, we're gonna come in here and dig this stuff out, and we're gonna put it in some of those planters that we showed you guys and such. And we've got a good topsoil mixed with a good fertilizer to start with that combination there. That rooster's keeping up a lot of noise. If anybody's been watching the channel long enough, somebody better tell him, well, what we do with roosters that interrupt commentary. We ought to take him and put him in some old deep brown Louisiana and mix him with some old hot sauce, maybe some old ghost pepper ranch of some sort, and put him in between 2 slices of wheat bread, and maybe a little rye bread, and well, you know the rest. Thanks for watching.